Robert Blott was born in 1600 in Bedford, England. He married Susan Selby when he arrived to the United States in Essex, Massachusetts. They had a granddaughter named Mary Lovett in 1652. Mary Horton, born in 1621, and Job Tyler, born in 1615, also moved to Essex, Massachusetts together from Kent, England. They had a grandson named Hopestill Tyler in 1647. Hopestill Tyler and Mary Lovett had 8 kids together, one being James Tyler, born in 1683. James met Hannah Safford and they had a boy named Moses in 1706, and then they had 8 other kids. Moses originally married Johanna Dennison, but moved on to marry and to have 6 kids, including Mary Tyler, with Mary Belcher. Mary Belcher's parents came to America from Essex and Warwick, England. Mary had 7 kids with her first husband, Benjamin Coit, but divorced him and married Elijah Boardman. Mary and Elijah had 7 kids together, one being John Boardman in 1757. John Boardman and Clorinda Starbuck gave birth to their only child, Henry Augustus Boardman, in 1808. Henry I married Eliza Beach and had 4 children. Henry Augustus Boardman II was their final child. He was born in 1842. Henry II first married Ellen Rice, but then remarried to Cornelia Dayton Marshall. They had only one child together. He was born in 1895, and they named him Lawrence Boardman. Lawrence married Margaret Mary Martin, and they had 3 children together, their third being my grandmother, Margaret Evelyn. Unfortunately, my grandmother's mom died 4 years after giving birth to her. My grandmother's older brother was in a hospital for the disabled and died shortly before his 16th birthday. My grandmother said that she and her sister were never allowed the chance to meet him. Lawrence then went on to marry Catherine G. Gorman. They had no children together, and Catherine was known for her cruelness. Margaret Evelyn Boardman married David Charles Morse, and they had 5 children together. First was Mary in 1959, then Sarah in 1962, and then Rebecca in 1964. Lastly, they had the twins, Rachel and Lawrence, in 1965. Lawrence Morris married Deborah Van Deen in 1994. They had 3 kids, first being David in 1996. David is known to the rest of the world as Isaac. Second was Matthew in 1998. Lastly, they gave birth to their favorite daughter in 2001, Veronica. The Boardman family lineage did not face many problems in their history. They came to America voluntarily and they knew the language. Though it is unknown if they had jobs after settling, they came into great fortune in the years preceding. The first known properties bought by the Boardman family in Minnesota were 2 houses on White Bear Lake and 1 on Summit Avenue. My grandma provided an answer to interview questions that proved to need more research before they could be confirmed. She stated, quote, "My grandfather's first wife is from the Rice family that donated Rice Park to Minnesota." Upon further digging, this proved to be true. Ellen Rice was my great-great-grandfather's first wife. She was the daughter of Edmund Rice Jr. Edmund Rice Jr. is the brother of Henry Mauer Rice. Henry was the one to donate the land to the state of Minnesota. Though it is a distant connection, it is a connection in the end. The Boardman family has made a fair amount of contributions to American culture. The first being from my great-great-great-grandfather, Henry Augustus Boardman I. He was very influential in the churches of the New England area. He studied at Yale College and then moved to Princeton University. My family goes to visit Princeton every few years because of him. He was a director at Princeton Seminary, but prior to that he was at the 10th Presbyterian Church, where he was called to the pastorate. Henry published many works, ranging from books to studies to sermons. My great-great-grandfather, Henry Augustus Boardman II, carried out his legacy and graduated Yale in 1859. The second contribution from my family to American culture is the creation of tape mark by my great-uncle, Robert C. Claus. My family fortunately has a history that I was able to track and learn about. Despite a long history, we are still continuing strong. Some of the Boardmans left their mark in this country and some did not. Despite having only one person alive to interview about the Boardmans, I've uncovered my family's history successfully.